A crash of thunder reverberates through the sanctuary. The steel dragon, heavy metal Dramon, releases a purple thunderbolt, shattering Hagmon's security and sending shards dancing. Yuki appears to have the advantage. Heavy metal Dramon, Loudmon, and two of her tamer cards are in the battle area. Purple Scramble, which was used to digivolve Heavy Metal Dramon, also remains in the battle area and is awaiting its next activation. And with 4 security left to boot, it's a very strong position. In Hagmon's battle area, there's only a single Savior Hagmon. Unfazed, despite having only 2 remaining security, it stares at the enemy line, unblinking. What's it gonna take to rattle this guy? Hey, Yuki, are you sure this is the right play?
I don't know.
Hey!
I mean, how could I? We're being tested. If we hesitate, worrying about what's right or wrong, then we'll fail for sure. Also,
Yuki takes a deep breath and looks directly at Savior Hagmon.
I want to be friends with Hagmon and the others. So I have to battle in a way that'll make them want to be my friend.
Yuki.
I'm good, Impmon.
She subdues the coward in her heart with those words. It's a real battle, but it's not her first. Just as she's done before, she'll hit them full throttle, and in the end, they'll become friends. Yeah, I can do that.
We will win!
You have the spirit of a warrior at least. Savior Hagmon murmurs a bit of admiration at Yuki's attitude, but then immediately assumes a menacing aura. Well then, I'm going on the offense. Try to withstand our power! Savior Hagmon moved into the battle area. Digimon Liberator side story. Debug 8.2. Through the fire and metal.
I play the option card Aus Generics. I get plus 2000 DP and gain piercing.
Savior Hagmon burst into action, making the battle NPC use the option card, and then, once again, roaring to the sky. And now, Master, lend me your strength! As if answering the call, something comes falling from the sky, generating a massive crater in the ground. The force of the wandering Holy Knight Gankumon was like that of a meteorite. It rises from the center with its arms crossed in an imposing stance, cloaked in the aura of Hina Kamui. On play, one of your Digimon may digivolve into a level 6 or lower Digimon card with Hagmon in its name, or the Royal Knight trait in the hand, or trash without paying the cost. Gankumon pierces the earth with its fist. The program inscribed in its history awakens it, and on its chest emerges the mark created by Digimon for survival, an X. Let's do this, Gankumon X antibody! When digivolving, de-digivolve to one of your opponent's Digimon. Then, if Gankumon or X antibody is in this Digimon's Digivolution cards, until the end of your opponent's turn, none of your Digimon are affected by your opponent's Digimon's effects. Your Heavy Metal Dramon de-digivolves into Punkmon. Furthermore, with my master's power, both of us gain invulnerability to Digimon effects until the end of your next turn.
This guy's got plays for days.
Just as Yuki was considering whether Ryutaro might be as muscular as Gankumon, the onslaught of effects made her break out in a cold sweat. It's too early to feel overwhelmed. I, Savior Hagmon, use my end of turn effect. I suspend Gankumon X antibody and digivolve. Light envelops the white dragon, as it fist bumps its esteemed master and takes up the torch, ascending into the ultimate holy night, Jesmon. Come forth, Atto, Rene, Paw! With its on-play effect, Jesmon summons Atto, Rene, and Paw, then proceeds toward Loudmon. Your turn. Once per turn. When any of your other Digimon are played, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with 8000 DP or less. Then, one of your Digimon may attack. The effect deletes Loudmon!
No way, you're attacking now? Didn't you say it was the end of your turn a minute ago?
Disregarding Yuki, Jesmon attacks Punkmon. With its Alliance effect, it suspends Atto, Rene, and Por to gain plus 8000 DP, plus 2000 DP through inherited effects, as well as another plus 2000 DP and piercing from the Owl's generics played earlier. Jesmon with 24,000 DP deletes Punkmon. I check 2 security cards with piercing. Turning to her shattered security, Yuki gasps. She had no intention of letting her guard down. However, the advantage she was relying on was overturned in just one turn. With Gankumon X Antibodies effect, my Sistermon, Hakmon, and Royal Knights gain reboot and blocker. This won't be an easy wall to break through, but I expect that you won't be cowed so easily. Of course not, Impmon boldly declares, before whispering to Yuki via the D-storage. Yuki, we're good, right?
It'll be fine. Maybe.
Come on, we gotta do this.
I know. My turn. I activate Purple Scramble.
She uses its effect to play Impmon from the trash, and with her Tamer card's effect, she gains +1 memory. And now, her deck is ready to display what it's capable of.
Impmon, Digivolve into Punkmon, then into Loudmon, and all in one go to Heavy Metal Dramon.
Her hand shines, and the menacing Steel Dragon ascends upon the battle area once again.
That's not all. Even if Digimon effects won't work against you, I have an option card. Black Sabbath, Devour!
Decoy activates. Atto, Rene, Por, I need you. The trio of fiery entities shield Jesmon from the sonic scream. Is that it? Pitiful human.
As if. Heavy Metal Dramon's end of your turn effect. Hakmon, I hope you don't mind me using that card you gave me.
Heavy Metal Dramon's effect calls forth a card with the Evil, Dark Dragon, or Evil Dragon trait, and a play cost of 8 or less from the trash. Responding to the Draconic Bellow, another Evil Dragon emerges from the abyss.
Here's the new jewel in my crown. Heavy Metal Dramon, Ace!
Heavy Metal Dramon Ace's on-play effect activates. By trashing cards in the hand until there are 4 left, it revives a Digimon with 8000 DP or less from the trash without playing the coast.
Come, Orochimaru. Additionally, at the end of my turn, I use my Tamer cards effect. I attack the player with Heavy Metal Dramon.
And with the power of Raid, I'll attack that old man. The Raid effect changes Heavy Metal Dramon's attack target to Gankumon X Antibody. However, Jesmon is unfazed by the fangs of the deadly dragon closing in on its master, and murmurs, Please leave the rest to me, master. Blast Digivolve. What? Ignoring the dragon looming over it, Gankumon X Antibody raises its fist to the heavens, splitting the clouds and bringing down light that converges upon Jesmon. Once the light dissipates, standing there is a Knight of Salvation, clad in red armor. Jesmon digivolves into Jesmon GX Ace!
Heavy Metal Ramon, don't you think that's kinda like a tongue twister?
GXAs, Yuki. Are you really going to your university classes?
Come on, that's not relevant here.
Ugh. Let's save this silly talk for later. It's coming. At Heavy Metal Dramon's words, Yuki turns her attention to Jesmon EX Ace. She's about to feel the force of its when digivolving effect. When digivolving, once per turn, by placing one Royal Knight trait card from your hand or trash as this Digimon's bottom Digivolution card, delete one of your opponent's Digimon with as much or less DP as this Digimon. I play Jesmon X Antibody as a Digivolution card and destroy your Heavy Metal Dramon Ace!
Ah, overflow!
The memory gauge in Yuki's hand heats way up, and an ominous popping sound is heard. She stares bitterly at the gauge, which has now tipped heavily toward the other side. After everything resolves, Heavy Metal Dramon deletes Gankumon X Antibody with its attack, and the piercing effect breaks all the security on Jesmon's side. Even in its final moments before destruction, the Holy Knight gazed at its apprentice as if it had accomplished what it had to do. Okay, my turn next. Jesmon speaks to Yuki in a cool tone. She only has one card in her hand, far too little to oppose Jesmon GXA's, with its immense aura. I am just going to say this, but with my turn that's about to start now, all of your Digimon will be destroyed. There's no room for reversal. So, in the calmest tone, Jesmon spells out the words, as if testing them. Now is the time to surrender. You and your partner. You surrender and apologize for your carelessness in entering here. Your life may be spared. It's simple. Just accept it. Admit that you were defeated by the bond we Digimon cultivated on our own. Even with the powerful card I gifted you, you still stood no chance. Just admit that even without humans, the possibilities for Digimon will continue expanding. Jesmon heartlessly announces, You think we should be friends, but this world is not even your own. You should apologize for your arrogance and run away with your tail between your legs.
That's...
Yuki! Heavy Metal Dramon raises its voice. Don't listen to a word of it!
But...
Digimon are said to be creatures that came from another world. Cool Boy and the others are fighting to save those Digimon. Humans offer their support, but it's coming from another world. They alone have the ability to escape Lacuna by logging out. And yet, here's a human saying outrageous things like,
I want to be friends with all of you.
Hakmon's strength was the real deal. If it can save Digimon without humans, maybe it's okay to leave it up to them. That's what runs through her mind. But... That's right. The stupid prize pupil's strength is the real deal. But yours is real too, Yuki!
Heavy Metal Dramon.
Is it arrogant for humans to want to be friends with Digimon? Maybe. But you weren't like that, Yuki! Impmon remembers. There was not the slightest difference in her eyes when she first reached out to it, or when she boldly approached the other debuggers. You want to be friends with everyone, Digimon or human. Nothing more. Am I right?
Yeah. You're right. That's right!
So prove it, Yuki. The bond between Digimon and Digimon. The bond between Digimon and humans. Prove that it's not one bit different! Yuki's partner lets out a discordant heavy metal shout. This should be a place of solace, but she can't help but find it endearing.
Thanks, Heavy Metal Dramon. Leave it to me.
My partner's the coolest.
We're not apologizing now. We'll apologize when this is all over and they understand our side of the story.
Yuki thought she saw Jesmond smile slightly at her answer. I see. If so, then endure this attack. Show me what you and that single card are capable of. Jesmond GX Ace attacks Orochimon. With its when attacking effect, it places Gankumon X Antibody from the trash as its bottom Digivolution card to delete Heavy Metal Dramon. I didn't think you were so foolish. You know attacking will lead to defeat. In that instant, Jesmond GX Ace hears a voice in its ear. You may be right, but I don't mind. I thought you hated humans. What's gotten into you? Maybe it's the history etched into Jesmond's data. When I see someone so arrogant that they might overturn everything. I want to believe that maybe this time, just maybe. With a small murmur, Jesmond GX Ace activates another when attacking effect. It unsuspends, and for every 2 Royal Knight trade cards in its Digivolution cards, it trashes one of Yuki's security cards.
That's it! Counter timing!
The single card in Yuki's hand shines.
I blast Digivolve Orochimon to Heavy Metal Dramon Ace!
That's what you were holding? Incredible. However, my DP is higher, so unless you have another move, I'll prevail.
Dummy! We know that.
Heavy Metal Dramon responds to Jesmond GX's doubts.
Think we're stupid enough to fight the prize people head on?
Heavy Metal Dramon Ace, when Digimon effect, calls forth Punkmon. Punkmon's on-play effect gives it blocker and retaliation. Now block. With Punkmon's deletion, Jesmond GX falls to the ground. Yuki's hand now is empty, allowing her to pump her fist into the air.
It's a definite win for Impmon and me.
Yuki's hair is blown wildly by the dragon's victorious roar.
So, you came from another game, not from here nor the digital world.
Hakmon's story was unbelievable to Yuki. Hakmon was originally in a game world different from Digimon Liberator. Even there, humans sometimes visited, and their leader was a man called Cool Boy. Cool Boy claimed he was the creator of the game world, and he made it to protect Digimon who strayed from the digital world. Attracted by his personality, Hakmon and the others came to trust the humans. However, the plan to return the Digimon to their original world ran into challenges, and Cool Boy's time visiting that world gradually dwindled.
In the world we were in, there was a beast Digimon, a type never seen in the records of the digital world. It was gentle though, and everyone loved it.
But one day it was attacked by a mysterious force.
It was led by a mechanical Digimon I'd never seen before. I fought to protect the beast Digimon and drove them away. You won. That seemed like a losing situation for me. I am a Royal Knight, you know? But the battle was so fierce that my house generics went out of control and I ended up in another world.
And upon arriving in Lacuna, Hakmon was shocked to learn that Cool Boy had been creating this even larger game following the same philosophy.
I should have gone to the central office right then and there to question him. There could have been a number of reasons. Maybe he needed to protect more Digimon, or maybe he was planning to move us to Lacuna eventually.
However, Hakmon could not rule out the worst possibility.
Is it possible that Cool Boy launched a new game and sent enemies to destroy that world, as it was no longer needed? Yes, so I decided to protect Digimon in my own way using this place. This cluster of bug data that happened to be amenable to Digimon. Ah, what do you think? Would Cool Boy do something like that? No, I can't see that at all. Right.
Hakmon breathes a sigh of relief and bows its head again.
I apologize. I ended up venting my frustration on both of you, all without attempting to reach a mutual understanding. Yeah, that much is fine. You're done right. Now bow down and apologize,
muttered Impmon, its mouth covered by a giggling Yuki.
I lost. I leave it to you to decide what becomes of me. I don't care about myself, but these Digimon here are the ones I've protected in Lacuna. Please don't allow them to come to harm. What do you mean, what becomes of you? Aren't you going to report me? Huh.
Yuki thinks a moment, then says matter-of-factly,
Nope.
Hakmon's mouth drops open in shock.
That's... Reporting that stuff is my job, but I've decided against it. That's that.
Yuki's that type, so give up. Impmon sighs and pokes Hakmon with its elbow.
If one day you feel able to trust Koboy and other humans, come visit us. Thank you.
Hakmon bows deeply and Yuki smiles.
Oh, but is it okay if we come to play from time to time? That's... Certainly you may.
Spurred on by her smile, Hakmon smiles too. Impmon, sitting on a stump, leaning against Yuki's back, mutters,
It's looking like you may actually become friends with all Digimon. Huh? Did you say something, Impmon?
I didn't say anything.
Really?
Yuki laughs at her partner's stubbornness and catches a cherry blossom in her palm. Just then, Yuki's D-storage rings out. It's an emergency summons for the debugging team. Digimon Liberator faces its biggest crisis as an army of Imperial Dramon launches an attack on Lacuna.
Yuki, this is... Yeah, let's go, Hakmon. We'll be fine. Our sanctuary is safe. And we can protect any wild Digimon in danger as well. So, go on. Go save the world.
At those words, Yuki and Impmon nod at each other, determined. To be continued.